Hello, dear Homypedia family. What if the reason old Hacienda homes felt so comfortable was not a machine, not a modern system, and not a large open floor plan, but one forgotten trick, designing the home to feel cool and private at the same time? Imagine approaching a small hacienda in the heat of the afternoon. From the street, it does not reveal very much. The walls are thick and softly lime-washed. The windows are modest. The entrance is shaded by a deep arch. There is no need to announce everything from the outside. But once you step through the doorway, the home changes. A quiet courtyard opens in the center. Terracotta tiles hold the warmth gently. A small fountain adds sound. Plants soften the walls. Arched openings guide your eyes from one room to another, but never all at once. The house feels protected, shaded, and surprisingly calm. This is the forgotten hacienda trick that makes a small home feel cool and private. It is not only about building a courtyard, it's about using the courtyard, the walls, the shade, the doors, the plants, and the rhythm of the rooms to create a private world inside a modest footprint. In many modern homes, privacy and openness feel like opposites. If you want light, you may feel exposed. If you want privacy, the home may feel closed and dark. But old hacienda design offers a gentler answer. It turns inward. It lets the home open to itself instead of opening too much to the street. That is why this idea is so powerful for small homes. A compact house can feel larger when the view is protected. It can feel cooler when shade is designed into the plan. And it can feel more peaceful when every room has a soft connection to plants, water, and filtered light. Today, we are walking through this quiet, old-world idea, how a small hacienda can feel cool, private, and deeply calm by using one forgotten design trick, creating a shaded inner world that belongs only to the home. The first part of the trick is turning the home inward. Instead of placing all the beauty on the front facade, a hacienda often keeps its richest moment inside. The street side may be simple, even humble, but once you pass through the entry, the courtyard becomes the heart of the home. This creates an immediate feeling of privacy because the most beautiful view is not exposed to everyone. It is held within the walls. This inward-facing layout is especially helpful in a small home. When windows and doors face a protected courtyard, the rooms can open up without feeling vulnerable. You can have light, air, and garden views without looking directly into a neighbor's house or a busy street. The home breathes inward. The entry is important. A deep doorway, a shaded arch, or a small vestibule creates a transition. You do not step directly from the outside world into the living room. You pass through a pause. That pause matters. It tells the body to slow down. It makes the home feel calmer before you even reach the courtyard. The second part of the trick is shade. Old hacienda homes understood that comfort begins before air enters the room. A deep roof overhang, a covered corridor, a vine-covered pergola, or an arched passage can soften the sun before it touches the walls and floors. Shade does not only reduce heat, it creates atmosphere. Imagine a courtyard where one side is bright and the other is gently shaded. The terracotta floor glows, but it does not glare. The plaster walls hold light softly. A wooden bench sits under an arch. A clay pot with rosemary rests near the doorway. This balance between sun and shade makes the courtyard feel alive but never harsh. In a small hacienda, walls do more than divide space. They protect. A low garden wall can hide the seating area. A taller lime-washed wall can block unwanted views. A planted screen can soften the boundary. Instead of using privacy as a hard barrier, the hacienda turns it into a layered experience. This is why the home can feel private without feeling closed. You may see a wall, but the wall is warm, textured, and touched by shadows. You may see a gate, but the gate is wooden and beautiful. You may see plants at the edge, and those plants make the boundary feel natural rather than defensive. Arched openings are another part of the trick. They allow connection without exposing everything. Through one arch, you may see a glimpse of the kitchen. Through another, a shaded chair. Through another, a little fountain or a table with a cup on it. The home reveals itself slowly. This slow reveal gives even a compact house a sense of depth.
The cooling effect also comes from surfaces. Lime-washed walls reflect light gently and do not feel as hot or glossy as modern finishes. Terracotta absorbs and releases warmth slowly. Stone pavers, clay pots, and plaster all give the home a grounded feeling. These materials create a softer relationship with heat and light. Water can make the courtyard feel cooler even when it is small. It does not need to be a large fountain. A simple basin, a wall spout, or even a narrow water basin can change the mood immediately. The sound gives the ear something peaceful to follow. The reflection adds light. The presence of water makes the space feel cared for. Plants complete the feeling. The goal is not to fill every corner with greenery. The goal is to place plants where they protect, soften, and cool the home. A citrus tree near the seating area, lavender or rosemary near the kitchen door, climbing vines over a pergola, a tall potted plant near a window. Each plant has a purpose. A small hacienda becomes most beautiful when the courtyard supports daily rituals. Morning coffee under the arch, a chair in the afternoon shade, a kitchen door left open to herbs, a lantern lit at dusk. These small moments make the home feel inhabited even when no people are visible.
This is the emotional side of privacy. Privacy is not only about hiding from the outside, it is about feeling free inside your own home. Free to sit quietly, free to open a door, free to enjoy light without being on display. A well-designed hacienda gives that freedom gently. The kitchen often benefits the most. When the kitchen opens to a shaded courtyard, cooking feels less enclosed. Heat, scent, and activity have somewhere to move. A small kitchen can feel calmer because it borrows air and view from the courtyard. A row of herbs outside the door can make the room feel connected to nature and daily life. The living area also changes. Instead of needing too much furniture, it can face the courtyard. A simple sofa, a woven chair, a low table, and a soft view may be enough. When the view is beautiful, the room does not need to work so hard. The bedroom or sleeping nook can stay simple. It may only need linen, a small niche, warm plaster, and a window or door that looks toward green shade. Privacy makes rest easier. The room does not need to be large if it feels protected. Storage should stay quiet. Built-in benches, wall niches, shallow cabinets, and baskets under seating help preserve calm. In a small home, visible clutter can quickly break the feeling of coolness and privacy. Color also matters. Warm white plaster, clay red floors, dark wood, soft green plants, black iron, and small touches of handmade tile create a palette that feels timeless. It lets shadow, texture, and greenery become the beauty. At different times of day, the trick reveals itself in different ways. In the morning, the courtyard brings soft freshness. At midday, the shaded walls protect the rooms. In the late afternoon, the arches hold golden light. At night, lanterns make the courtyard feel like a private outdoor room. This is why the forgotten Hacienda trick still matters. It is not an outdated idea, it is a very human one. It understands that comfort is not only temperature. Comfort is privacy, shade, quiet, beauty, and a sense that the home has an inner life. A small modern house can learn so much from this. Instead of chasing more glass, more openness, or more square footage, it can ask a better question. Where is the protected view? Where is the shade? Where does the home pause? Where does nature enter without making the room feel exposed? When those questions guide the design, the result is not only cooler, it is calmer, it is more personal. It feels like a home that knows how to shelter you. By the end of this walkthrough, the forgotten trick is really very simple. Let the home open inward to a shaded, private heart. A small hacienda feels cool because it respects the sun. It feels private because it does not give everything away at once. It feels calm because every view is softened by walls, arches, plants, water, and warm materials. This kind of home reminds us that comfort does not always come from adding more. Sometimes it comes from shaping less with more care. A smaller window in the right place, a deeper arch, a courtyard wall covered with soft light, a clay pot near a doorway, a bench where the afternoon shade always falls. And perhaps that is why hacienda homes continue to feel so timeless. They understand the emotional need for shelter, not isolation, but shelter, not darkness, but filtered light, not luxury for display, but beauty that helps daily life feel slower and more peaceful. If you are dreaming of a small home that feels cooler, calmer, and more private, you may not need a larger house. You may need a better center, a courtyard, a shaded threshold, a wall that protects the view, a few plants placed with care, a room that opens to nature without opening to the whole world. That is the quiet magic of the forgotten hacienda trick. It creates a home that feels like a private retreat even when the footprint is modest. It lets the outside world stay outside, while light, air, and beauty are welcomed in. If you love peaceful homes, old-world design, tiny hacienda ideas, and quiet courtyard living, subscribe to Homypedia for more design stories that make small spaces feel soulful and deeply livable. And tell us in the comments, would you rather have a bigger home or a smaller one with a private, shaded courtyard at its heart?